Cream Puff once again from the brink of death all the way up. Insane with the buff of Oyster and Macron as well. Cream Puff's healing is just insane. The sustain on this cookie now with the magic candy is unbelievable. And there we go, guys. With Cream Puff Magic Candy, we're hitting about 153 million. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so just like you guys just saw with the damage output from this new team, this is going to be a Cream Puff Oyster Macaron crit buff up team for Werewolf, and it is going to be for the Living Abyss here, guys. And it is going to be utilizing the new Cream Puff Magic Candy. This one is going to be really good, guys. I would personally say that it is a lot more sustainable and is a lot safer than the Squid Ink Magic Candy build that we have been going on. Of course, that one is going to do a little bit more damage, but just keep in mind that it is going to be riskier than this one in particular. And from all the tests that I've done, none of my cookies have died utilizing Cream Puff. And it is because of the fact that not only do we get a crit passive buff now, but we do get a crit damage boost as well as an attack boost, damage resist boost, and everything on top of what she is able to provide. All right, so that's the reason why we're going with it. And just keep in mind, this could even go higher than what it is right now because of the fact that we only have Cream Puff's Magic Candy at plus 13. So the higher that Cream Puff's Magic Candy could get, the higher the damage output will be as well. And also just keep in mind, my relics for my guild is not the highest. So compared to what we see from the top guilds where their, legendary relics are plus 12, plus 13 and stuff like that, the damage output from my team is going to be very different. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's go over the toppings real quick. First of all, it's going to be our Hollyberry here, 5 of this Swift Chocolate. And the reason why we will go with this is because of the fact that we need Hollyberry to quickly use their skill, and the best here is going to be around 25% of the damage resist and around 17% of cooldown is where you guys want to have it. And then of course having extra attack, defense, HP, and all of those stuff are going to be beneficial for Hollyberry. And just keep in mind, Hollyberry does need to have the highest HP, and it is pretty much going to be, I think, nowadays, because of the fact that once you guys do complete the Might of the Ancient quest, then you will get a landmark which will increase the max HP of your ancient cookies by a certain amount. So it's going to be easier to do that. And the next one is going to be our werewolf with 5 of the juicy apple jelly. The reason why this build is so good in my opinion is because of the fact that I do not actually need to focus too much on the damage resist. When I used the Squid Ink build, my werewolf as well as Hollyberry had a really high chance of actually dying, and I had to really focus on the damage resist. However, for this particular build, I don't need to do that. I just focus on the 9% cooldown if possible, and around the 7% attack speed if I can get it. And this will maximize the damage that Werewolf is able to do. And you can see damage resist around 7%, and it's still enough for me to survive. And the next one is going to be Macaron with 5 of the Swift Chocolate. Same as before, 24%, 24.3% is where you guys want it. Oyster, same thing here, guys. 4 Soldier is what you guys wanted, 24.3% minimum here. And damage resist, not really something that you guys need to have. And the next one is going to be Cream Puff here with 5 of the Juicy Apple Jelly here, guys. Maxing out on the crit, as well as around 7% cooldown is where you guys want it, so that she is able to use her skill right when, Hollyberry as well as Werewolf is about to take the nuclear damage from the Living Abyss. And then, of course, for the treasures, we do have the Enchanted Robe, as well as the scroll and the Jelly Watch here, guys. And here we go. Let me show you guys how simple this team is against the Living Abyss. And here we go. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so I have my face cam a little bit higher because I did want to show you guys. I do not put auto in here, guys. I use the Macaron skill whenever it comes up. Alright, and then we're going to go into it with Oyster skill here. And then we're going to use Hollyberry and Werewolf. We're going to wait on Cream Puff. Right before Macaron skill is going to be off of cooldown, we're going to use Cream Puff and then use Macaron and then turn on auto once again. And then everything, as soon as it pops up, just utilize their skill, guys, and you should be able to just get, your cookies will not die. All right. The good thing about Cream Puff is that Cream Puff's skill is not instant. All right, there is a slight delay before the heal happens, before the damage happens. Of course, the buff is going to be, it's going to be coming up right away. However, the healing right there, you guys can see, even though she used her skill, it's a little bit delayed. So once the damage comes out from the Living Abyss, we're able to take advantage of that healing, which is really, really beneficial for our team. All right, especially something like this where it's really, really low. Boom, we're able to get it right back up, because not only do we get the extra crit buff from the magic candy, but also from Oyster as well as from Macaron. The crit attack buff, crit damage buff is insane for this team here, guys. And boom, does not matter if they're about to die. Cream Puff's healing is insane. All right, so there you guys go. We're consistently hitting about 150 million here, guys. Of course, the damage can actually get higher and higher the more we level up the magic candy, as well as the more higher the level of the relic is going to be. So if your guild's relic is a lot higher than mine, which is around level 8 and 9, then you guys actually might be seeing a lot more damage, because there's relics that increase the crit damage, as well as the attack of the cookies, as well as the damage output when you guys enter guild boss battle and things like that. And of course, the set bonus as well. So there you guys go. This is going to be the damage output. Trying to just really focus everything onto Werewolf, maxing out on the crit percentage with Macaron, Oyster, as well as Cream Puff, and then maxing out on the crit damage with Oyster's buff as well as Cream Puff's buff as well from the magic candy. So there you guys go. Super, super simple. Let's go to it one more time, guys, with no commentary this time around, and you guys will be able to see the damage output once again. Alright guys, a little bit less damage this time around. So the damage is really going to depend on the crit damage and whether our cookies are able to crit. But there you guys go. You guys can see it's very consistent, very safe in my personal opinion. And if you guys are deciding to utilize Cream Puff and her magic candy and you guys have her built, then it probably is going to be a good idea to build this team. Not only because you probably already have Oyster built up for the Avatar of Destiny, also Macaron, and then, every other cookie is pretty much the same as before. Some of the quick replacements that can be made is only really going to be for the main tank right over here, guys. With Hollowberry, if you do not have Hollowberry, you guys can try a Milky Way, as well as Brute, as well as Milk Cookie. However, just keep in mind, all of these three cookies need to have the highest HP, and it has to be higher than Werewolf in order for them to be eaten instead of Werewolf Cookie, because Werewolf is going to be our main damage dealer. If you do not have Oyster built up for some reason and you guys want to still try this team out, then the only real option is going to be Cotton Cookie, guys. And the skill cooldown for Cotton Cookie and the order is going to be Macaron and then Cotton. And then the same order is going to be the thing where you use Hollowberry, Werewolf, and then you wait for Cream Puff. But just keep in mind, if you do not use Oyster, then the damage output might be a little bit less, because Oyster Cookie does have that extra crit damage built into her skill and the crit percentage. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys found the video helpful. Let me know down in the comments below how it's working out for you guys. Of course, once again, is it going to be a better build than the Squid Ink? I don't personally think it's going to be the better one, but it is definitely going to be a more sustainable one and a safer option than the Squid Ink for those who are still suffering where your werewolf, hollowberry, or even Squid Ink might be dying mid-run. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys found the video helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.